Greetings, salutations, and welcome to Illegitimate Legends, the show where I like to talk about some of the more unusual League of Legends builds, and it's been a long time since I've said that. Weeks and weeks since I've said that, and to all the new subscribers I've picked up in the time since I've been gone, and to all the old subscribers who just don't pay attention, I like to get Illegitimate Legends out once a week, so you can look forward to reasonably regular content when good things are happening. However, right now, good things aren't happening, so, well, with any luck, things will remain stable enough for me to keep producing videos. So, all that said, DPS Kennen. Little Mr. Lightning. DPS Kennen works. I can tell you that right now. It works very, very well. It works very well with Surge. However, Surge is being taken out of the game, as I understand it. A mistake on Riot's part, but that just means that I hate them. It doesn't mean that I will stop loving them. So, why is it good, and why is it good with Surge? Kennen's got nothing but AP ratios. Except one. You may not know this, but the blue shuriken that applies a Mark of the Storm applies on every 5th attack, and deals at level 5 80% of your physical damage in magic damage on top of your attack. So it's almost a Sheen strike. At the same time, you have a million different ways of stunning people. Usually stunning them twice in a very short period of time. Yes, the second stun is reduced, but there is no one I know of with quite as many stuns as Kennen. It's just, in a one-on-one fight, you use your ultimate, they'll be stunned every few seconds. In a regular fight, you can stun everyone on the enemy team, if you're really, really lucky. Usually through a combination of Lightning Rush and then your Lightning Pulse, which comes on the W and is the active component as opposed to the passive. Passive is the bit that I really like for a DPS Kennen, but it's the stuns that I love. And you're looking to stun people and then just tear them apart because you've got a lot of attack speed and an ironic spark. Not iconic spark or ionic spark, but an ironic spark, because you're Kennen. Shooting more lightning is it's just funny and required. Seriously, buy that item first. Get shoes, but get yourself an ironic spark, because it doubles your lane presence. Effectively, you can hurt the enemy team from a massive distance, and it massively increases your attack speed and then a little bit of survivability. So it gives you everything you want. As a DPS, Kennen works out as a very attack speed oriented champion, because you're wanting that 5th strike as often as you can for the Mark of the Storm and for the extra damage, because the extra damage is kind of extraordinary. So, my build works out like this. Berserker's Greaves, Ionic Spark, or Ironic if you're me, but get those two. Then Phage, because that little bit of extra damage in the slow is kind of nice. Then Zeal, then Sheen, then Trinity Force. Just build them in that order and then combine them. Then I get a Phantom Dancer. At this point I run faster than any other champion in the game, and I can Lightning Rush to about 650 movement speed, which, as you may be aware, is kind of a lot. And then you start getting damage. You get an Infinity Edge first, because you've already got ridiculous crit rate. That gives you about 70% crit rate and a whole ton of damage. And every 5th strike, which you should have about 2.2 attack speed. Every 5th strike is pretty common, and they get Mark of the Storm. That's all you need. And then the last item, which I only got to build in one game, I went with a Bloodthirster. I'm not sure if it's the right fit. I mean, I liked it, because it gave me that little bit of extra sustain. You can tell my mouth is out of practice. Extra sustain. But at the same time, I would have considered a Black Cleaver, or maybe something with attack speed. However, that would have negated the effect of Surge, because it was already bringing me to max. So adding more attack speed didn't seem like that much of a good idea. That's just the build. You want to be farming as effectively as you can, which with Kennen is a little bit difficult to get used to, but once you know what you're doing, easy as. And I'd never played Kennen before I did this week's build, and sure, AP Kennen can wreck everybody in a similar manner, but I found that in general he's more bursty and less effective without his ultimate, whereas a DPS Kennen's like, I don't have my ultimate, well, you're still stunned, and now shuriken. Everywhere. All over your body, shuriken. In your face, shuriken. In your nose, shuriken. In your lungs, shuriken. In your corpse. Just do lots of shuriken and kill them. And run faster than them. Because you will. Particularly if you're chasing them, because you've got a slow from your Trinity Force. There's lots and lots of nice things in this build. And yes, I know it's not a lot of damage early on, but that is made up for a lot from the procs you get on your 5th and 4th hit, 4th being Lightning, and 5th being Mark of the Storm. They add up the loss damage. It's a very good build, I recommend that you try it out. But try it out soon, because they're changing everything soon. Which, to be honest, I'm looking forward to. Thank you, and good night.